And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. It's the NBA on 2. DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Morris is out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon. It's Najee in a power forward position. And for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now here is Morris. Porzingis comes with the double team. 5 to shoot. Porter passes to Najee. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
Back to Doncic. And he banks in the layup. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
On the Mavericks with possession here. The Nuggets getting the bucket.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
The Nuggets have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Deflects the pass. Pass break, Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Here's Marjanovic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He's perfect from the line this time. Now Morris. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside Porter to the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. So it's Richardson with the jam.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Doncic. The drive by Jokic to stop the run. And Jokic slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Doncic. Marjanovic with it. Now defended by Jokic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Takes it from 10. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Morris with the ball. To the inside. Jokic. And he converts the layup. And it's 8 points for Jokic.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Doncic against Porter. Doncic, no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And that one is good.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
1:15 left here in the opening quarter. Yep, that one goes. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Morris looking over the floor. Shoots over Doncic. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. He's got 6.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Great pass to set up the lay-in.
He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 4-point game. Millsap's against Hardaway. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Bull. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
So they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
They've got J.J. Redick, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Now, here's Millsap. Harrison kicks to Millsap. The feed to Bull. And he goes right over Dwight Powell and slams it down.
I think Paul Millsap's time both in Utah and in Atlanta in the systems of ball movement are helping out this offense now.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Here's the 3. Powell. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to McGee. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
So it's the Mavericks now. Picked his pocket. Over to the wing. Kicks it to Bull. Passes it to Chanshaw. And it's all evened up.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Redick surveying the D. That one drops for him.
Really good decision as Redick is playing at full speed, but slows down, makes the right choice.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Millsap against Powell. Millsap misses. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Out to Hardaway. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. Now it's a 5-point Dallas lead. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Here's Harrison following the score by Dallas. He kicks it to Bull. And again, Dallas running up the court in transition. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
One-on-one here. Redick passes to Brunson. Over Harrison. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley-Stein. Love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Now, here's Bull. Tight defense on him. Over Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Jim Hardaway picks one up.
Yeah, Bull with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Doncic outside. And there's the pass to Richardson. It's good.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Doncic against Morris. There's a minute left to play in the first half. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Porzingis.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Floats it up for Jokic.
Trust me, Jokic feels very comfortable from that range there. His offensive IQ off the charts.
Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic. Pass to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got 8.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Up top, Morris. Guarded by Doncic. Jokic against Marjanovic. Jokic inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And for a big man, Jokic is more than just a good free throw shooter. He is fantastic.
And Jokic drops them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
It's hauled in by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Doncic leading the charge. Good.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
And so it's Dallas in control. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points and 2 assists. And that does it for our halftime.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
So on the floor for Denver, Porter is out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4-man position.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And Denver has possession following the score by Dallas. Jokic kicks to Gordon. The drive by Jokic. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Doncic against Porter. Porter with a block. And they'll keep possession. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And the Mavericks with some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Shaquille Harris comes in for Michael Porter. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile One block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Burke, the pass to Porzingis.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Here's Jokic. He gets it in there. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Richardson. And he gets the bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
The attacking mentality of Josh Richardson right now, proving once again how tough a cover he can be.
Jokic high post. Bojanovic on him. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Burke. And Denver also making a switch. Millsap's checked in. Green left side. Outside Gordon. Down low. Here's Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Powell, the pass to Cauley Stein. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Redick. And Bull pulls it down. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 3. Harrison kicks the ball. And the layup is good. Bull's got his second basket of the night.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Here's Powell. Bull making his last shot. McGee with the block. But they get it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Shot left block. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Powell finds Brunson. Basket good. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Harrison passes to McGee. He feeds it to Bull. Nice move, but he recovers it.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
The Mavericks leading. Now here's Reddick. Pass to Powell. Can't hit that one. And Denver the other way now. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Pass to Porter. Just 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Millsap. For the lead. A putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Nuggets ahead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis. Burke is out there with Richardson. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Porzingis.
Now, this is where Porzingis can do the most damage. 7'3". He's got the height. He's going to shoot over just about anybody in the league.
The pass to Millsap. Over Porzingis. Again, the Nuggets score.
Hey, look over the defense. You find an opportunity inside the lane. That's good work by Paul Millsap.
Burke kicks to Richardson. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Porzingis can't hit.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Bull, the pass to Harrison. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Pass to Finney-Smith. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target from three-point range. Here's Harrison, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harrison's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Floats it up for Jokic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Back to Morris. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. It's stolen by Morris. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. And the Mavericks with some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And it's good, 2 points. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, the versatility of this young stud, Jokic, is just ridiculous. Shoots threes, posts up, put the ball on the floor. Did I mention passing?
Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Doncic.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Out to Morris. Floats it up for Jokic.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Porter against Doncic. Outside, Redick. The three-pointer, no good. The Nuggets leading by 7. Here's Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Marjanovic finds Doncic. 11 feet away, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. For Denver, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Pass to Jokic. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Doncic.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
To the paint.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Jokic passes to Morris. From deep, misses the shot. So the Nuggets win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin,
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Josh Richardson. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point. Now here's George. Back to Beverly. He dishes it to George. Inside, here's Morris. The rebound by Marjanovic. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Porzingis inside. Leonard's there. Count the basket.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
And here's Leonard. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Beverly with the ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. George with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. Kept alive. Zubac. And Beverly kicks to George. It's another look. Back to Beverly. Puts up a 3.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Finney Smith passes to Doncic. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. It's stolen by Marjanovic. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
George dishes to Leonard. To the inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Back to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. To the paint. Puts it up from 15. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Marjanovic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And that one's good. Beverly.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverly at the rim.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Here's Beverly after Luka Doncic's bucket. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Passes it to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Beverly dishes to Leonard. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Talent, luck, a little bit of both. Kawhi right there with the 6th bailout.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. Puts the move on. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Batum dishes to Patterson. That one goes in.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6. Launches a 3. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Quick lick from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Doncic, here we go, and they're able to recover. Jackson passes to Patterson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Patterson's got 6.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Reggie Jackson out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Kennard in at the small. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hardaway passes to Melly. Hardaway kicks to Redick. There's the pass to Melly. Here's Cauley Stein. He's guarded by Cousins. Brunson with a clean look. Cauley Stein. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Pass to Kennard. Kicks to Cousins. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Pass to Redick. Dallas moving it around. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Anderson against Brunson. Outside for Batum. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's Doncic. And that one is off. Great that time from Leonard. And here we go with Morris running it up the court to end the drought. And the layup by George. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Doncic. Basket counts. Doncic has got 8 points.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Leonard kicks to George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Porzingis. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Clippers trail by 4. Beverly finds Leonard. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Pushing the action. Always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nice feed, Leonard, with good timing, good ball placement.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Passes it to Richardson. They get the rebound. Marjanovic from past the arc. And it's Luka Doncic with the 3. Doncic has got the lead up to 5 now for Dallas. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. George passes to Zubac. George looking around. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Again, the Mavericks score.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The Clippers shooting 38% in the second quarter. Defensively, they look a little bit confused. And stolen by Richardson. Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Here's George. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to... And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic gives this team, his leadership maybe just... And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Melly in at the power forward position. The pass to Kennard. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Redick against Kennard. He feeds it to Cousins. Yep, that one goes in there. Cousins has got his first points of the night.
He's a big man with terrific balance. DeMarcus takes the hit and still able to convert.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
It's Redick on the wing. Brunson against Beverly.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And finished off by Leonard.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5. Looking for some continuity.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Leonard. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got 8.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Doncic outside. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
And George kicks to Zubac. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Leonard. Shot clock at 5.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
Mavericks leading by 5. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now, here's Doncic. Passes to Marjanovic. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Richardson against George. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching.
It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Here's Brunson. Yep, that one goes. And the Mavericks lead by 7. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And that one's good. Leonard.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Dallas leading by 5. It's Redick on the wing. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. Gets separation almost any time he wants.
Here's Brunson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 51 seconds left in the third. Now Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kicks it out to Leonard. Goes up the baseline. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, the truth is Leonard's been focused all night. Has an array of go-to moves and the endurance to keep on coming.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Dallas also making some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Jackson. Feeds it to Cousins. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's Doncic from the arc. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. The Mavericks up. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Mann in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. 4 on the shot clock. They swipe it. Here's Doncic, and he makes that one. Doncic has got 19 points.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
And the Clippers call time here.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And that one's good, George.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
You talk about defensive back mindset coverage from Patrick Beverly. His defense will drive you crazy.
And finished off by Leonard.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And it's Doncic missing. Clippers trail by 3. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court. Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Doncic against Beverly. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's foul number 2 for him. Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Kicks it out to Leonard. Outside, George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Marcus Morris is checked in for Patterson. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. Dallas leading by 3. Up top, Doncic. Now the pass to Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
And the Clippers making a change here. Hondo's checked in.
It was crucial to add to their lead and make it a 2-possession game. And he did enough there at the line to make that happen.
The free throw drops for Rondo.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Redick finds Powell. Porzingis looking it over. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Outside, George. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Oh, the power on that prudent.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Up top, Doncic. Guarded by Jackson. Out to Doncic. Plays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got 22.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 1:29 left in the 4th quarter. Let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. The dish now to Morris. Outside for George. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Here's Morris. Basket good. Morris has got his first points of the game.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Good.
big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
The drive by Doncic. He can't get that one to fall. Great that time from Leonard. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Porzingis with the steal.
Yeah, this isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
You know what? Their focus right now, every possession has to yield points.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. The three for Doncic. Can't get the three to fall. Here's Leonard. From deep three-point range, off target. So it's the Clippers taking the win in the Clip. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. And the injury report for both teams, players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And for Denver, you've got Gordon. Monte Morris is out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Morris kicks to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Now here's Leonard. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
All set. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. George passes to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Over Jokic. Zubac, that's good.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Passes it to Najee. Leonard with the steal. Beverley dishes to Leonard. Porter with the steal. Morris inside. Bucket is good.
One of the best passing bigs the league has to offer. If you're open, Jokic will find you. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Clippers trail. Here's Patterson. Pass to man. Now here's Kennard.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Harrison. 1:43 left in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. And McGee kicks the ball. From deep. Cousins pulls it in. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Mann. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
The pass to Kennard. Now Patterson. Again, the Clippers.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Pass to Millsap. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The shot from the low post is good. Millsap's got his second bucket.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Down low. And Cousins kicks to Patterson. The 9-foot shot. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, I think this is where they'd like to see Patrick Patterson be effective, get his points in tight, make nice, efficient moves to the rim.
Passes it to Chanshaw. Up and in on the layup. 7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Jackson. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nuggets lead by 2. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed,
this game, it's...
Greg, you know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Jermichael Green is out there with Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Harrison in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Green, the pass to Morris. Offline with the baseline jumper.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Back to George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Outside, George. Over Millsap. And the Clippers miss again. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Chanshaw. Outside Millsap. The pass to Harrison. Floats it up for Millsap.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And it's the Clippers with the ball, trailing by 2. George with the ball. He's got 6 to the middle. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. Back to George. Shot from 12. And he connects with the jumper. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Here's Harrison. Denver passing it around. Pass to Millsap. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Beverly. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets.
In a tough season a year ago, for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And the wide open shot from Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. The Clippers in the lead. And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Porter. 1:27 left in the first half. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Morris looking over the floor. And stolen by Cousins. Jokic with the steal. Morris with the bucket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Dishes it to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Yes, that goes in. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Morris outside and stolen by Cousins. And here we go. Jackson finds Kennard. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Porter. Jokic with the steal. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Porter, no luck.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Man gets the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Morris outside. On the wing, Porter. The clock running down. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time Porter takes him off the bounce.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Clock at 4. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, this guy is never a bad option in a tough situation. Kawhi Leonard under duress. Nicely done.
Morris passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Now George. He's got 8. Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. Over Gordon. Here's Zubac, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
Morris outside. Passes to Jokic. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Pass to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. George, that's a 2-pointer. And a little luck that time, but it drops. George has got 12.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Bol, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Now the pass to Mann. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
.109 left to play in the 3rd. Millsap passes to Harrison. Inside, here's Bol. That one misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Outside Jackson. To the inside, Cousins. Here's Mann. Millsap covering. Cousins, the pass to Mann. Back to Cousins. For the lead. Patterson can't get it to go. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. They lead by 1. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Jackson looking it over. 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. His first shot coming late. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Denver on top, up 1. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. George is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. JaVale McGee is out there with Bol. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Harrison in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Here's Chanshaw. Pass to Millsap. Here's Harrison. Defended by Beverly. Back to Millsap. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. Connects from three-point range. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
And when Paul George has this kind of rhythm and pace to his game, you simply want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Outside, George. Over Bol. Now, here's George. The feed to Patterson. Outside for George. Just 2 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Zubac. Beverley wide open. From outside, off the mark. The Nuggets shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. And he banks in the layup. Millsap's got it all tied up now for Denver.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Millsap with the steal. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Porter against Leonard. Porter kicks to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Denver needs to get off his shot. George with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Here's Najee. Finishes the break with a slam.
And you might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did that ever work out.
Outside, George. And he gets the whistle. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Outside Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. And the Clippers miss again. Nuggets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Porter, and he makes good on the layup.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Leonard looking over the floor. Down low, out to Morris. Plenty of space. It counts. A huge shot to tie it up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Here's Harrison. He's covered by Rondo. And a shot by Harrison, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 26 seconds left in the game. Kicks it to George. Back to Leonard. To take the lead. Oh, no good. And the wide open shot from Morris. Count it!
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's sent back by George. No good. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it. Welcome to 2K Sports for another. Bring some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Josh Richardson. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, Porter is out there with Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4 slot. Now here's Gordon. Jokic high post. Marjanovic on him. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Najee passes to Morris. It's good. Morris has got his second basket.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Porter against Doncic. Pass to Finney Smith. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Porter.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Now, here is Morris. Pass to Najee. Porzingis comes with the double team. Morris against Richardson. Morris passes to Jokic. It's good.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Richardson outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Richardson, he's a physical guard now. This guy's got good strength, and he powers through physical contact and capitalizes there.
Morris looking over the floor. To the paint. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And it's Denver scoring again.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Doncic finds Marjanovic. And good that time.
Well, I think this is exactly what the coaching staff wants from Doncic, guys. I mean, being aggressive and committed to scoring the ball, looking for his shot.
Now, here is Morris. The pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Gordon. Doncic against Morris. Here's Jokic. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks trail by 4. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Misses the baby hook. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Pass to Najee. That one, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. And stolen by Gordon. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. It's a hand on it.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Doncic against Porter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic. Second shot opportunity. Outside, Porzingis. Inside. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Morris into the lane. And that one clear. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here is Morris. Now, here's Green. Morris outside. Millsap at the elbow. 5 on the clock. Harrison. His three-pointers off the mark. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Redick, here we go. Up again. It's good on the putback. And this game is tied up now.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Here's Harrison. Pass to Gordon. Over Hardaway. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's all tied in Denver. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a...
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Paul Millsap out there with Green. Then there's Monte Morris. And there's Gordon. And it's Harrison in at the point.
You know, when he's got the position he wants inside, he's committed to throwing it down. And Millsap, he's got a nice vertical on him, too.
Now here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Cauley Stein's shot is good. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence that these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
So it's the Mavericks now after the Nuggets pick up 2. Here's Brunson. They get it again. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
Now here is Hardaway. Powell dishes to Burke. Back to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Knocks down the 3 ball. Brunson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here is Hardaway. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Good work defensively by Millsap. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. The jump hook. It's rebounded by Brunson. The Mavericks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. And Gordon over to help. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Morris outside. There's the pass to Harrison. 1:24 left in the first half of basketball. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Excellent focus that time from Powell on the defensive end. Saw the opportunity, went for the filch, and got it.
Morris kicks to Harrison. Morris outside. Down low. Outside, Green. Hardaway with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Tell you, it's awesome to see Hardaway Jr. own possessions all by himself. I mean, this has to help with his confidence going forward.
There's Harrison. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. 41 seconds left here in the second. Doncic outside. Passes it to Porzingis. Now here's Doncic. Not a lot of room. Pass to Marjanovic. Clock at 6. It's good. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Harrison. Pass to Millsap. Releases. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks. And that'll do it for our halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, really Cauley Stein displaying his skills tonight.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
And, you know, you look at Porzingis, he's got his shot on automatic. Not much wasted motion in that stroke.
Here's Morris. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Up top, Porter. Lets the 3 fly. Mavericks with the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Here's Morris. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Morris with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. Porter outside. Denver gets it back. Jokic on the follow.
Boy, Jokic has such special skills offensively and doing some damage in a big way that time on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Richardson. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Nuggets trail by 7. Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game. Always looking to bring the thunder.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Here's Jokic after Luka Doncic's bucket. That one goes. Count it. Jokic has got 10 points.
When you let Jokic get comfortable, it's a wrap. It's all over. He's a skilled scorer on the interior.
Here's Doncic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 6.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Morris passes to Jokic. From 10 feet out, the kick out to Porter. Beyond the arc, and the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Harrison comes in for Monte Morris. Dallas leading by 7. Stolen by Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
Porter against Redick. Back to Brunson. Here's the dish to Powell. Nice move. And it's good on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Gordon. Jokic trying to free himself up, and the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Now here's Hardaway. Powell finds Redick. On the wing, Hardaway. Passes it to Powell. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's Porter. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And now just a 3-point Dallas lead. 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cauley Stein goes in, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Jokic. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside for Redick. Shot clock at 6. Drills the three-pointer. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is exactly how Redick makes his living. An incredible three-point shooter who shoots it quickly.
Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Dallas. They're up by 4. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Paul Millsap. Cole is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Harrison in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Porzingis. Denver getting their last shot to go. Rebounded by McGee. Nuggets trail. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless, the foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Hardaway. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke.
Well, you know, it's clear that Doncic is very self-confident, knows he has what it takes to knock these shots down.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's McGee. The Mavericks pull it in. Powell's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the left side wing. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proving to be a reliable passer.
Pass to Bull. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys. Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Harrison passes to McGee. Porzingis with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And the shot goes down. And now an 8-point Dallas lead. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Mavericks leading by 8. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Yeah, Richardson's got a nice vertical now, and you saw it right there.
Harrison scanning the floor. He kicks the ball. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Richardson finds Porzingis. Off target with his 3. Nuggets running out of time. And Millsap, here we go. And no good. Nice D from Porzingis. One-on-one fast break. Richardson gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Dallas.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
The shot by Harrison, no good. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 17-4 run. And here's Doncic from the arc. Denver grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Chanchar. Here's Bull. No good from outside. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
That doesn't go either for Doncic. Here's Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Listen up now, watch out. That's how you go after the basket. Millsap driving hard and punching it home.
The 3 for Doncic. The shot comes out, so no problem for Dallas as they get the... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it. And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Patterson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for Dallas, Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Porzingis. The rebound by Patterson.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
He gets that one. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Here's Richardson. Great D that time from Leonard. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverley.
That is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's Doncic missing.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down. Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflection.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Lets it go with a 3. That one doesn't drop. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Patrick Patterson. Kennard against Redick. Passes it to Mann. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Mavericks trail by 4. Stolen away. Stolen by Brunson. Fast break. Here they come. All alone. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Kennard kicks to Morris. Over Cauley-Stein. Morris, no good. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Powell, that's good. It's all knotted up.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here is Morris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on J.J. Redick. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Runs in the pass to Redick. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, how about Cousins out in transition? The big guy running the lane and showing the little guys how it can be done.
Jackson against Brunson. Here's Cauley-Stein. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Jackson. Feeds it to Cousins from 12 feet out. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Banked in off the glass.
That's a hard-nosed play from Hardaway. Absorbing contact, not taking no for an answer.
Now, here's Kennard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And the pass to Cauley Stein. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Powell down low. He's guarded by Cousins. Powell, that's good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now Jackson. The dish to Cousins. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll be back right after this. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwbacks.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They're looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Trey Burke, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Rajon Rondo.
And Paul George finding some ways now to be effective on the inside.
Doncic with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Makes it off the glass. Doncic has got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's George. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic outside. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. That's tipped. Goes up, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Now, here's Redick. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. George looking over the floor. And it's Zubac atop the key. Leonard. Baseline J on the way. Powell pulls it in.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
Doncic against George.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. George finds Leonard, and that's an intentional foul. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Porzingis comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Cousins. Shot clock at 2. Kennard for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
And the wide open shot from Redick. The Mavericks rebound. Here's Cauley Stein. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Brunson against Jackson. Now here's Redick. He's tightly guarded, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Dallas shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
It feels like J.J. Redick has every part of this game buttoned up, especially when it comes to getting high percentage and quality shots.
Now here's Kennard. 7 points in the game. Here's Morris. And contact out. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Finney-Smith. Can't connect from short range. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the half. Doncic outside. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Leonard with the steal.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Oh,
Too much at that.
Yeah, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. It was pretty close. And the teams are going to have to wait before it. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 13 points and 1 steal. And that's going to do it for us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, They've got Patrick Patterson. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Doncic. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got 8.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Now here's Beverly. Burke covering. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got the lead back up to 6 now. It's for Los Angeles.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Here's Doncic. He's got 8. Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Here's Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard looking over the floor. And there's the feed to Patterson. Burke with it. George picks him up. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Kristaps Porzingis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Trey Burke. The Clippers also making some changes. Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And the Clippers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Powell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons,
right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the laurels of the game of college basketball.
And he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis plays with a high motor. We've seen in the early part of his career have very good starts to seasons and then struggling maybe in the second half of the year. We'd like to see that stamina all year long, at least for a full season.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Cousins finds Kennard. Back to Cousins. Outside for Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Redick. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Floats it up for Cousins. Jackson passes to Mann. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Morris dishes to Cousins. Back to Morris. Porzingis with the steal. To the inside. Good. Nice job down low. Porzingis has got 8 here in the quarter.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Brunson against Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
No good on the second free throw. Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Inside, here's Brunson. Outside for Redick. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Taken away. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Brunson against Jackson. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Outside Jackson, the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Jackson's got 8 points.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Beverly finds Leonard. Zubac with it. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Richardson attacking. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Porzingis inside. Leonard's there, and the shot goes in.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in. And it's the Clippers with the ball. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The feed to Doncic. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on George.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
That free throw good from Doncic. Clippers trail by 3. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Here's Leonard outside for George. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Dallas calls timeout. Doncic feeling it out. And the 3 ball is good. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
An average shooter from deep, but it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Leonard attacking. Here's George. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Doncic outside. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Now here's Leonard. He started closer. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in.
Now he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Here's Doncic. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Leonard, the pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Jackson finds Leonard. Outside for Jackson. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Passes to Patterson. Second chance shot. Not going to go that time. Dallas leading by 5. Richardson the pass to Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. It's Richardson on the wing. The pass to Hardaway. Doncic with it. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 17. They grab their own miss. Back to Richardson. Hardaway with a wide open look. Another 3 for Dallas.
Tim Hardaway Jr., you can see he's got good foundational form for a three-point shot. Consistency would help.
Leonard against Hardaway. Here's Patterson. And too long on the shot. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here now, the Clippers. 8-point game. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. To the middle. And the dunk by Zubac.
Paul George is great at breaking down the defense, and he does it with the pass that time.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Doncic kicks to Reddick. Goes to Porzingis. Count it from 12.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one, so I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Porter. He's out there with Monte Morris. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. It's Najee in at the power forward position. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Patterson in at the power forward. Najee passes to Jokic.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now Beverley. Zubac kicks to Beverley. Over Morris. And it's Beverley missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Leonard against Gordon. Stolen by Gordon. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Great communication on the alley-oop.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. George finds Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scorers.
Outside Gordon. Shoots the three. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
No one covering.
A reliable jump shooter, Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Morris passes to Porter. Here's Najee. Patterson defending, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverley. Rondo bounce pass. Here's Leonard. And that one hits back iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Morris with the bucket.
And you see the vision from Paul Millsap. That's another area that he provides for his team.
Rondo passes to Leonard. He feeds it to Batum. He dishes it to Cousins. And again, no good by the Clippers. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Rondo. Nobody back. And he comes up with the deuce.
Rondo is a pro in transition. He can flat out get it done.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
There's the pass to Harrison. And another miss by Denver. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Oh, Morris in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Here's Harrison. No points in the game yet for him. Millsap up top. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. .54 seconds left to play in the first. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Pass to McGee. Feeds the Bull. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Passes it to Kennard. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Out to Morris. Clock is at 3. Over Bull. Here's Cousins, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Harrison. Tie game in Los Angeles. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the up. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Porter is out there with Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4 spot. Everly with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And here's George. Leonard inside, defended by Gordon, and it's Leonard missing. Porter against George. Najee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Najee's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Patterson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Jokic against George. And the wide open shot from Morris. Misses the 3. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. That one wide left. For Denver, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks, and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The Nuggets shooting at 50% in a decent group. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Leonard inside. He's against Gordon. And it's Rondo in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Morris against Zubac. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. To the wing right side. Now, here's Bull. Covered by Morris. Bull, the pass to Chuncho. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Kennard, the pass to Morris. Outside Jackson. Here's Mann. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Outside Millsap. Pass to Bull. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Jackson with it. Now Bull defending. Unloads from 13. And Bull pulls it down. Denver leading by 4. There's Harrison. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Here's Morris. 29 seconds left now here in the second. Jackson down low.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Millsap kicks to McGee. Back to Millsap. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside. And now a 9-point Nugget lead.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. Well, what can you say about superstar big man Nikola Jokic? Jamal Murray said, that's all for now.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
It's an awkward pass to try to make on the interior.
Oh, Leonard in position. Porter with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
George looking over the floor. The pass to Patterson. George against Porter. Patterson dishes to George. This one for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Najee. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Najee's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
That's lit right there. Courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Pass to Jokic. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Morris, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Here's Najee. And that'll be 2 free throws. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Now, here is Morris. Porter looking it over. Pass to Jokic. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now George. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. And it's off from 3-point range. Porter with it. Leonard picks him up. And here we go. Morris kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
For the Clippers, Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. Pass to Beverly. Now here's Batum. And Bull pulls it down.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more. But it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lets it go. Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on them now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Cousins finds Kennard. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Six to shoot. Outside Jackson. Denver grabs the miss. Bulls got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Chanchar, the pass to McGee. Now, here's Bull. Defense right on him. Back to Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Bull with it. That will count. No good there. And so it's Denver riding a 15-point lead at the end of the... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And it's the Clippers with the ball. 15-point game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Green. Porter is out there with Harrison. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Gordon in at the small forward. Bull with it. Leonard picks him up on the left block. And no problem from Bull as he finishes at the rim. Bulls got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Denver. Beverly the pass to Patterson. Leonard kicks to Patterson. Leonard inside. Millsap covering. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Patterson.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
There's Harrison. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Nuggets lead by 17. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Leonard. Stolen away. Millsap with it. George picks him up. Chanchar, the pass to Bull. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And the dunk by Zubac.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Now the pass to Millsap. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverly. And here's Morris for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
So for the Clippers, Patterson, he's checked in for Batum. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. Leonard inside. He's against Gordon. And stolen by Gordon. Lobs up the alley-oop pass, hammers the alley-oop through.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. George passes to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
Morris outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Drops in the tray.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Outside, George over Porter. Outside for George. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. Patterson passes to Beverly. Now the feed to Leonard. And here's George for 3. He can't get that one. Now Denver takes it the other way.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nuggets.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for JaVale McGee.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
And here is Morris. From downtown, drains it from beyond the arc.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Pass to Porter. Now the dish to Gordon. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. And here's Los Angeles, trailing by 17. Jokic with the steal. Outside Gordon. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.